Good morning, how is everybody doing? So I just thought I'd come on today and make this little video about investment. Now, maybe one or two of you are a little bit shocked by the title of the video, but please just bear with me for a few minutes and let me explain one or two things first before you all jump on me for the title. So, firstly, let's talk about investments. I am in no way, shape or form a financial investor, and these are just my own personal opinions, and in no way am I telling you if you do this you will make money. I don't do that. I'm not an investment banker or anything like that. So let's just clarify that and get that out of the way first. So let's just look at one or two things. So this was a video published, as you can see here, on August the 18th of 2020. Now, everybody is well aware of the person featured in this video. And as you can see, this is supposedly a video of him showing you that he is making a payment of £25,000 to sue the Royal Mint. Let's just forward it here, and apparently it's just showing you him paying fees to the Mint, to a solicitor to sue them. And as I say, you can see it clearly there, August the 18th of 2020. Well, funnily enough, what are we, 7 months down the line, and incredibly there's been no update on that. So those poor sods that invested there, it appears that that money has gone down the pan, unfortunately for those people that have invested. So then we move just across to this one. This one published on the 26th of March. Let's just hear this for a second.
We are getting our own range of coins, and they are starting to come through nicely. And I've had, you might wonder, like, where on earth has the money come from?
So he's saying that they're getting their own range of coins. In the previous video he says that he guarantees he will never sell them on eBay, and they're absolutely guaranteed to rise in price. So let's just nip across to eBay. Oh, and have a look at this. It's on eBay. And I mean, no doubt he will deny this and say that this isn't him. But let's just take this John and Casper one here as an example. And Sparky Boy is 72. We'll just go across and have a look at them. Items for sale. And their items for sale are everything that he sells. The limited edition bar, Free Myanmar. Anybody that knows is well aware that that is a picture of his garage. All of his domains and his COAs and all of this kind of stuff. So that would appear to be yet another lie, after stating he would never sell them on eBay. So sorry, I was just pausing it.
But I do need to raise a bit of extra cash.
So we need to raise a little bit of extra cash. So I've come up with an idea of how I can con yet more money out of poor innocent people. So for a business that is supposedly doing fantastic, you may be sitting there wondering, well, what is he trying to raise money for this time? And this is the part that genuinely shocked me, probably more than most of his videos have ever done. So let's just have a little listen to what he's raising money for now.
Too much. But I do need to raise a little bit of extra money in order to pay for the COAs for the next 75 COAs is like £3.5 just for the CO.
Whoa, hang on. Did we hear that? Let's just try that again.
People, because I don't want too much. But I do need to raise a little bit of extra money in order to pay for the COAs for the next 75 COAs is like £3.5 just for the.
Whoa. 75 COAs are £3.5 grand? £3.5 for 75 COAs. Now that's not including the coin, you've just heard it there. 75 COAs, £3,500. That equates to £46.66 per COA. So yeah, let's just pause for a second and what is a COA? COA, certificate of authenticity. Generally, and I've just picked anyone here, as we can see here, this is a Royal Mint £5 coin for the 150th anniversary of the Royal Albert Hall, and you'll see this is a certificate of authenticity. Now generally it is just a piece of paper or piece of card with the verification of the coin and generally a number. Now £46.66. You didn't mishear that. That is £3,500 for 75 COAs. No coins, just the COA. Now, I've heard of many different scams and cons and things going on in the past, but to be asking people for to contribute £3,500 for 75 COAs seems a bit of a joke to me. Let's just consider what you could purchase for that. I believe with the price of silver at the moment, I believe you can purchase 2021 Britannias for £25 to £26. I've seen A to Z 10p's selling for £10 to £15 silver proofs. Much better investments for you. Again, as I say, I'm not a financial advisor in any shape or form, but if you're looking at something long term where you're going to possibly make an investment on your money, then there are many better ways to do it than to purchase a pathetic token from this man. And you know, I mean, look at them. They're horrendous. I mean, that's not me. They are actually green. They're horrendous. Happy birthday. Cities, you know, and the prices, a 2-ounce bar for £130. I'm not sure of the actual price of silver at the moment. My last time I checked, it was around about £19 to £20 an ounce. In fact, I will just check that while we're on now, so we can just actually talk about that in a bit more depth. Yeah, £18.10 is the current price of silver per ounce. So why would you want to go and buy something like a fake coin from this man with I mean, what is the COA made of? God, is it made of gold, platinum? Because to be asking you to purchase one of all of his memberships across the board so he can buy £46 per COA just seems a bit out there to me. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I mean, I've got a printer, I've got plenty of paper, I've got the applications to make them, I've got photographic printing paper. I could knock out some pretty good COAs. God, at this rate, I'll charge you 25 quid, mate, and I'll sell them to you. You know what I'm saying? So let's just hit on for a second while we're here what this fantastic deal is supposed to be. So basically, it's to purchase one of every domain that he has to get you featured on his wheel to win a prize. Now, supposedly, this is £3,500 worth. But with this voucher, it will give you 50% off. Then you get some £875 voucher to go and spend on the site. Now, that's quite an interesting thing there in itself, because what can you purchase over on his site? Well, basically, it's just raffles. I'm on the wrong page here. I'm actually on his site and not his raffles. Basically, it's raffles that you can enter, and it's quite comical, really, the stuff that is listed on here. You'll see down here a pair of size 11 shoes worn by Ian. He's already opened them and worn them. An iPhone 8 case, £49 worth of Tesco's vouchers. Obviously, you do have these here, the gold proofs, etc., etc. Scrolling down, we'll see the shoes, the iPhone cases, membership vouchers. Why would you want to spend? I don't get it, but you know, membership vouchers and all other matter of things. So basically, you're getting 850 quid's worth of raffle tickets. Now that makes it quite an interesting prospect, because as we've seen already on here, there are Win a Kew Garden gold proof coin, which I think is quite an interesting thing on here. So let's just feature on the gold proof Kew. We'll just feature on that for a second. Have a little look at the Kew Gardens. Okay, so here we can see we're back onto the Kew Gardens. Now, the first thing worth noting is the 7,127 of those that are actually in stock. Now, if you're aware, I don't know, he's made it common knowledge in the past that he sells a maximum of 10,000 of each. So, with 7127 in stock, that means 2,873 of those have been sold. At £5 a ticket, that's £14,365 worth of tickets. Let that sink in for a minute. £14,365. So let's just stop there and think about that sum for a second. Pretty much 14.5 grand. So yeah, £14,500, and the tickets are still on sale. Let's not forget that. for another 2.5 weeks or something. What is a gold Kew garden worth? Well, the way I always value them, I go across and I check out recent sales on eBay. And you'll see here, we've got one here that sold on 22nd of January for £2,795. I do believe there was one sold elsewhere in auction for about 3.5 grand recently. But even that, even if we take a top end figure, let's say 4 grand, he's already made 3 times that amount of money on the sales already. Now, some of you may well sit there and say, well, fair play to him, you know. It's his raffle, he can do what he wants with it. And of course, you're absolutely right. I can't stop him from selling them. I mean, if he sells them all out, he stands to make around about 45 grand's profit. Where there is an issue with this is how the raffles are actually run. And for that, we just need to analyse one or two things. So to analyse how these raffles are run, you'll see we've switched videos again now, and we're on to a video uploaded beg your pardon, on the 17th of March. Now in this is what he calls his business partner, although when I've personally spoken to John, he says that he's nothing to do with the running of the company, so make of it what you will. He goes on to explain that whatever he wins throughout the week on these wheel spins, giveaways, etc., he exchanges for raffle credit. And in doing so, he then puts every single penny that he has won on raffle credit into these raffles. And by all accounts, you're allowed up to a maximum of 1,000 tickets per person. Again, some of you may say that's perfectly fair, anybody can do the same. Well, no. The swapping of one items to raffle credit is only limited to a few people. Not everybody is able to do that. So that's the first part worth noting. The second part is, to really understand it, you need to go and have a look at the previous winners of the gold coins. Now, previous winners have predominantly been John here himself. I think he's won 6 now. Scott has won a couple. Chris Dyer has won a few. Lorne has won a few. There's about half a dozen of TGBCH's customers who regularly win the gold proof. Now, when you take into account, these are all people who are allowed to change any winnings into raffle tickets. Therefore, if we're talking of half a dozen people here, that means if they are all doing this, which John has openly admitted he does, Scott does, Chris Dyer does, I believe Lorna does, RJ I believe does the same, you're looking at over 50% of the raffle goes towards, or raffle tickets goes towards team members. Now again, you may be saying that's perfectly fair, perfectly legitimate, anybody is allowed to go across and purchase as many tickets as they want. And again, you're perfectly right. But when we're taking into account, on this gold proof, 2,800 and something had sold. I promise you, over 2,000 of those are team members. Some poor sods are actually spending £5 in real money to purchase these tickets. And you have, of course, you know, it's the same as anything. As long as you've got a ticket, you've got a chance of winning. Of course you have. But I'm telling you here and now, your odds of winning a gold proof here is worse than your odds of winning the national lottery for 3 weeks on a row. Your odds of winning here are absolutely horrendous. And any poor sod who is investing money and falling for this nonsense is absolutely horrendous. One other thing worth noting while we're on to these raffles. Now, the Gold Kew Garden was won by Lorna Jones recently, and she sold it back to Mr. Lambert. I think it was for about £3.5 grand worth of raffle credit, which, you know, knowing her, she's probably just gone and spent on winning the Kew Gardens again. She's that daft. But let's have a look on the website. Okay, so we got an image, we got where to get your ticket, buy now, add to basket. Okay, there are no terms and conditions anywhere on the raffle. Nowhere saying that cash alternatives will be offered. Okay, so let's have a look and see if that is the case anywhere on the site, because I would imagine that has to be shown somewhere that you are offering cash alternatives, or if you don't particularly like something, that you can exchange it for other things. Surely there must be things on there. Please note, raffles are restricted to 1,000 per person. Attempts to enter more will forfeit all of your entries into this system. So there you go. That's the only terms and conditions that we've got on here. Are there any anywhere else? Absolutely none anywhere else. Well, that I find quite interesting. Win £49 Tesco's vouchers. Let's just have a look and see. No, there are no terms and conditions saying that you will be offered alternatives. So again, I find that highly suspect, along with the fact that any legitimate company that runs raffles, now you can check this on anywhere. You see adverts for raffles, or ring this number to get an entry into a prize draw. You see these every day in the newspapers, online, on TV. Now, to go over and check them, and the one thing I will guarantee you that they all say is nobody employed by that company can enter that competition / raffle, prize draw, whatever it is. In a lot of instances, it will actually state that no family member of somebody employed by that company can enter into said raffle. So that are two things absolutely worth noting there. That is any legitimate above the board company tells you that family relations and employees cannot enter. Where is there anywhere on this website that shows you a list of previous winners? Absolutely nowhere that shows you that. Now, don't get me wrong, I've had my issues with this company in the past and the moron that runs this company. Now, if this was all being run above board, I would have absolutely no issues whatsoever with them. The simple fact is, it's dodgy. It's everything about from where we started today. with the investment to sue the Royal Mint 7 months ago, and nothing has happened. £25,000 was allegedly paid. Nothing happened. Then we go on to the tokens. I won't sell them anywhere on eBay. I've shown you a long list of them on eBay for sale. No doubt he'll say they're not his, but you can see the same seller is selling the domains and everything. So it clearly is him using somebody else's eBay account. Then we go on to the, what was it? The £3,500 needed for the domains, for the COAs, that worked out at £46 a domain. £46 a COA, beg your pardon. £46 per COA. Now you heard that from his words. That wasn't a clipped video. It's on the channel now for you to go and watch. And then I've just gone on and explained how these raffles work and exactly how it is completely structured to favour those that are employed by him. Very, very dodgy in every complete aspect of what this company stands for. So that would bring us on to the title of the video. And this is where I have to say again, you know, I am not a financial advisor or anything like that, and you take my advice with a pinch of salt and your own personal opinion. As I've shown you, he absolutely guarantees you return on investment, that his token coins are going to double in money and all of this sort of nonsense. And my answer to that is simply, yes, invest in the Great British Coin Hunt. The Great British Coin Hunt, A to Z 10p's. They are the ones that you should be investing in. It's been a huge rise in the value of those. Actually investing in something that we're all here for. You know, we're all coin enthusiasts. We're all coin collectors. So investing in something that you're going to enjoy, you're going to get some satisfaction out of, and that will actually have a good chance of rising in value over the years. I personally wouldn't go anywhere near the silver-proof A to Zs. As I say, I've seen those down for as low as £10, beg your pardon. I was chatting with Lou's Coins the latter part of last week, and I've actually seen a single A to Z 2019 coin going for more than what the silver-proofs are going for. So I'd steer clear of the silver-proofs, unless you're just looking to build a nice collection up yourself. Excuse me. But I would seriously consider investing into these as a long-term prospect. So there we are. I'm going to knock it on the head there. Thank you guys very much